I really don't know what the hell is going on with Square Enix, but it's not even just like a free speech issue at this point. Like, I'm tired of, my free speech and whatever. I get that, but man, Square Enix is just really pissing off a lot of people now, and they just seem to want to go to war with gamers, and it always comes back to, I mean, they didn't say this, but it always comes back to the same subjects of Gamergate and whatever. Those darn gamers, you know. My crappy game would have been more successful if not for those darn gamers, you know, and whatever. Gamers are like how people use the dude with the little mustache from World War II as like the devil, basically. Like, they don't believe in the devil, but he existed in real life that you can look at in history books. So they always point to him and be like, he's the ultimate devil. Well, a lot of people in the gaming industry do that with gamers. Gosh, gamers are the problem here. Oh, it's harassment. Everything is harassment nowadays, and Square Enix is just, they're not doing so hot with the community. I think this is going to backfire on them. But we'll talk today about a new policy that they have about taking gamers to court. I'm not joking, like over words said that they don't appreciate. And we'll kind of dive into all of that here on this video. But first, my name is Troy. This is Marks on Media. And if you could, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell to be notified every single time I post brand new content. Now let's get into it.
Marks on Media.
That Park Place. Here we go. New Square Enix harassment policy could lead to legal action against gamers. Company will go after fans for denial of personality. What the F does... What in the 1984 Brave New World is that? Denial of personality? Okay. Square Enix created a ton of controversy with its new group customer harassment policy, with many seeing it as a threat to both the gaming community and the industry as a whole. And here's from Smash JT. I did not watch his video. If you want to go check that out, he covers the actual lawsuits going on here, but we'll go over it a little bit as well. What is the Square Enix Group Customer Harassment Policy? The Group Customer Harassment Policy is a new measure taken by Square to combat what is deemed unacceptable behavior. The developer claims the policy will help the product improvement and quality. Will it? I don't see frickin' how. Square Enix believes that feedback, comments, and requests received from our customers are essential to the advancement of our group's products and services. Therefore, we are committed to strive to apply your voice to improving our products and services, the Japanese developer said, blah, 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 blah. At the same time, there are instances where certain customers take actions directly or through our support centers or towards our group executives, employees, partners who are involved in the creation and distribution of our group products and services that constitutes customer harassment, such as denial of personality, violence, defamation, intimidation, advance notice of wrongdoing, advance notice of obstruction of business, harassment. Such actions do not only prevent our employees and partners from engaging in their work with a sense of security, but also causes disruption to other customers. Square Enix will not tolerate harassment and will take actions as necessary. The policy acknowledges that feedback, comments, and requests are vital for improvement products and services. However, it uses questionable terms such as denial of personality and excess pursuit of reprimand that suggest otherwise. While protecting employees from legitimate threats like violence or stalking is essential, these subjective categories open the door to potential abuse. No kidding. Have you ever wished you could turn your ideas into a book faster than Randy Orton can snap off an RKO out of nowhere? Sounds too good to be true, right? Oh, but it's not. It's 100% possible with today's sponsor, Magic BOOKIFIER. Magic Bookifier is an incredibly user-friendly AI tool designed to help you create your books effortlessly. Whether you're crafting epic stories, how-to guides, or even brainstorming ideas like Hulk Hogan versus Godzilla, this tool can take your concepts and transform them into full chapters or even a complete book. The best part, you don't have to spend hours staring at a blank page. Just type in your idea and Magic Bookifier does a heavy lifting for you. You don't need to be a seasoned writer, you just need to have a great idea. Magic Bookifier takes care of the rest, making the whole process fast, easy, and fun. Imagine finally bringing your dream book to life. Whether it's a quirky concept like Gumby fights the Avengers, or a guide to design the perfect magic system for your novel, Magic Bookifier will help make it happen. Thinking about making some extra cash? Magic Bookifier can help you create an ebook to sell online, or just create something unique to share with friends and family. And here's the kicker. Right now, Magic Bookifier is offering a lifetime deal. Pay once and enjoy it forever. No subscriptions, no hidden fees. So if you ever wanted to write a book, this is your sign to make it happen. I am. You can too. Don't miss out. Click my special link down in the video description and grab the lifetime deal and start turning your ideas into reality today. Trust me, once you try Magic Bookifier, you'll be hooked on how easy and enjoyable it is to create something amazing. Huge thanks to Magic Bookifier for sponsoring today's video. Now, let's get back at it. Taking a look at some of that stuff they were talking about, I mean, yeah, if you're physically threatening somebody, yeah, that's absolutely a bad thing to do. You should not do it, and that's already a crime. So if you're actually committing a crime, yeah, you violate terms of service, whatever. Let's see some of that other stuff. The term harassment, by the way, has been thrown around so much in the past few years. It is meaningless. If you tell somebody, I don't like your game sucks, because of whatever. Oh my god, my harassment. I'm going to go use the crying bathroom at work. Good grief. Some of the stuff, let's see, employees and partners, distributor product, blah, 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 customer harassment, such as denial of personality. That's the first one, and the one that this article keys in on as well. Denial of personality. So is that like saying that a troon is not what they claim to be, but in reality they are not? Is that it? Is that using the wrong pronoun to describe somebody, or dead naming somebody? Is that it? I will say this: no matter how I feel about all of that, if you are purposely tracking somebody down just to be like, oh, you're not a this, you're a that, or your name isn't this, it's that, whatever, it's a waste of time. Whatever, unless they're personally hurting you or your family or your friends or whatever, and not just making games that you don't like. Just don't track them down and crap on them. Sure, if they're doing something like with Alyssa Mercanti, whatever, I've made videos about her. I said that I think she's a terrible person, and I think that she is a scourge on the gaming community, and she's a fake wannabe journalist, whatever. All of that is my opinion, and I guarantee some people, scarce as they may be, feel differently about that. But I'm also not tracking her down and beating her over the head with this stuff. So, I mean, there's that. But the denial of personality, violence, defamation, I mean, yeah, intimidation, that's broad. Advance notice of wrongdoing, I mean, yeah, that's a threat. Advance notice of obstruction of business and harassment. What the hell is advance notice of obstruction of business? Saying that you're going to organize a boycott? Is that it? I mean, look, this is a private company. They can do whatever the F they want. Except when it comes to taking people to court over saying, I'm going to boycott you and your garbage product. That's the only thing I can think of. What is obstruction of business? People aren't standing out there stopping delivery trucks or I guess if you're like sending viruses to them, I mean, that's pretty effed up, and I'm pretty sure that's a crime as well. But either way, we're gonna get back. We're gonna get back into this article here just to follow up what this means for critics. By creating this new policy, Square Enix can now declare anything as harassment, including legitimate criticisms of its product. In doing so, Square can, in theory, press charges against critics under the claim of harassment. Yeah, the pressing charges thing is where I'm like, nah, you lost me, player. Square Enix new measures reflect a growing trend among corporations adopting DEI, diversity, equity, inclusion, policies that seem less about inclusivity and more about corporate image control. That's what they've always been about. They're not actually about real diversity. And you can look across and be like, my gosh, we have a white guy, an Asian guy, or an Asian woman, a black woman, an Hispanic man, whatever. And it doesn't matter if they all think exactly the same way. How they grew up as, with that skin tone is meaningless. Their gender is meaningless if they all think and act and feel the same exact way, and they're all like in lockstep unison. They don't care about diversity of thought. They care about diversity of background as far as race, ethnicity, and gender. That's all they care about. What's your skin tone and what are your genitals? That's all they care about. But anyway, the inclusion of subjective offenses like excessive pursuit of reprimand blurs the line between constructive feedback and actual harassment. Who decides when a player's complaints cross into these ambiguous territories? Square Enix, of course. What this means for gaming. Many suggest that Square's new policy is a violation of freedom of speech. Yeah, I mean, it kind of is, but again, I mean, like I said, it's a private company. They can do whatever the hell they want, and we can vote with our wallets to not give them a single dime and not help them continue on with this campaign. But at the same time, if they're taking people to court, that crosses a line from, you're a private company, you can ban whoever you want. This isn't just banning. You're trying to take people's money and ruin their lives because you didn't like the things they said about you online. Like, F off with that one. A common critique has been that the policies feel less like a shield for staff and more like a sword aimed at the community. They definitely are. Harassment should be addressed through existing legal framework, not by creating subjective policies that chill open discussion. Absolutely. Gaming thrives on passionate debates and constructive criticism. These exchanges foster innovation and help developers address issues that might otherwise go unnoticed. That is 100% true. It kind of just goes on from there, critiquing whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Raven Redgrave, a.k.a. Writing Raven, actually wrote this article. She's the wife of Master of TDS, who I follow on Twitter. I actually follow them both. They have the Gothic Therapy YouTube channel. They don't need me to promote them. They're way bigger than I am, but just throwing that out there. I enjoy their stuff. Anyway, good God. I don't understand how they think this is a good idea. Like, they're going to get really sue happy really quickly if they keep up with this. And this is actually going to make more people come out of the woodwork, and it's going to make people with money and means speak up more because they know that they can defend themselves and they have loud voices. If they have money and means, they most likely have louder, more popular voices, and they can completely torch Square Enix in the public square, which I hope happens until Square Enix backs down. And, like, there's nothing wrong with defending your employees. There's nothing wrong with defending your company. There's nothing wrong with following the law. But they are going so vague and stretching things out so much. And like I said, I didn't watch the Smash JT video, but it sounds like they're already pursuing legal action against people. It's nuts. And if you care anything about this whatsoever, don't give Square Enix another freaking dime. If you want to play one of their games, wait till it's secondhand on like eBay or something like that, so they don't get any money from you. I don't know if they have a subscription service at all, but if they do, don't subscribe to it. Don't pay them. Vote with your wallet and just don't say anything positive about them. You don't necessarily have to trash them. Just let them know, hey, we're done with you. All right? They're so butthurt over the failure of Final Fantasy 16, I guess. I'm assuming that's what this was, and people were so upset about that. I want to know what triggered this, honestly. Why they think this was a good idea, and what led them to do this. But anyway, if you guys could go ahead and comment down below with what you think about all this. Are you still going to patronize Square Enix, or are you kind of writing them off until they reverse course and change their ways? Because I'm done. I've been playing Final Fantasy 7 and lately, and then I'm going to play 10 and 10-2. But those I got for Christmas off of Amazon. I'm assuming they still get the money for that one. I don't think it was secondhand at all. They were brand new and packaged. But either way, that's like the last money I'm giving Square Enix until I see some drastic changes out of them for the better. But comment down below with what you think about all this. I'd love for you to join in the discussion. And as always, please share this video around, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the little bell to be notified every time I post brand new content. If you want to read the article in full, it is linked down in the video description. I am Troy from Marks on Media, and we'll see you next time.